A sudden purge, the destruction order at USAID. On March 11, 2025, a chilling order went out to the remaining staff at the United States Agency for International Development, or USAID. Erica Y. Carr, the agency's acting executive secretary, instructed employees to destroy all documents. This included classified materials. It also included sensitive personnel files. The order, delivered with a strange urgency, painted a picture of an agency trying to erase its past. Staffers were told to use burn bags marked secret if the shredders were full. This unusual instruction hinted at the sensitive, possibly incriminating nature of the documents. The order immediately raised alarm bells. Was this a routine document purge or something more sinister? The timing and scope of the order pointed towards a deliberate attempt to cover up potential wrongdoings. It came amidst a larger effort by the Trump administration to dismantle USAID. The agency, once a beacon of American soft power, had been systematically stripped of its resources and influence. The order to destroy documents felt like the final nail in the coffin. It was a symbolic silencing of an agency that had played a pivotal role in advancing American interests and values abroad. Dismantling USAID, a history of budget cuts and program closures. The Trump administration's assault on USAID began almost immediately after taking office. The agency, known for its work in promoting democracy, alleviating poverty, and providing humanitarian assistance around the globe, became a prime target for budget cuts and ideological realignment. Trump's America First agenda viewed foreign aid with suspicion, seeing it as a drain on American resources rather than a strategic investment. Year after year, the Trump administration proposed drastic cuts to USAID's budget, attempting to slash billions of dollars from its funding. These cuts, while often met with resistance from Congress, forced the agency to scale back its operations and terminate vital programs. The message was clear: USAID, once a shining example of American generosity and global leadership, was no longer a priority. The assault on USAID extended beyond budget cuts. Key positions within the agency were filled with political appointees, many of whom lacked experience in international development, or held views antithetical to the agency's mission. This ideological shift within USAID created chaos and demoralization among its dedicated career staff, many of whom chose to leave the agency rather than be complicit in its dismantling. Legal challenges and political outcry, the fallout of the destruction order. The destruction order was met with swift condemnation from lawmakers, legal experts, and watchdog organizations. They argued that the order violated federal records laws and raised serious concerns about obstruction of justice. Representative Gregory Meeks, the ranking Democrat on the House Foreign Affairs Committee, accused the Trump administration of attempting to cover up wrongdoing and vowed to investigate the matter thoroughly. The American Foreign Service Association, representing the interests of U.S. diplomats, expressed deep concern that the destroyed documents could be relevant to ongoing lawsuits against USAID. These lawsuits, filed by former employees and partner organizations, challenged the legality of the agency's dismantling and alleged that the Trump administration had engaged in politically motivated firings and program closures. Adding to the controversy, the National Archives and Records Administration, or NARA, confirmed that USAID had not sought or received permission to destroy the documents, as required by law. NARA's statement further fueled suspicions that the destruction order was not a routine procedure but a deliberate attempt to obstruct justice. Several groups, including Public Citizen and the Project on Government Oversight, filed emergency court motions seeking to halt the destruction of documents and preserve any remaining evidence. The shadow of obstruction, potential implications, and the future of USAID. The order to destroy documents at USAID cast a long shadow over the agency's future and raised troubling questions about the Trump administration's respect for the rule of law. The destruction of potentially crucial evidence, particularly amidst ongoing investigations and lawsuits, hinted at a cover-up and fueled suspicions that the administration had something to hide. The full extent of the damage caused by the document destruction remains to be seen. The destruction of documents could hinder efforts to hold the Trump administration accountable for its actions at USAID. Without key documents, it may be more difficult to prove allegations of wrongdoing, including obstruction of justice, politically motivated firings, and violations of federal records laws. The loss of institutional knowledge and historical records could also hamper efforts to rebuild USAID if and when a new administration takes office. The destruction of documents at USAID serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of democratic institutions and the importance of protecting whistleblowers and government accountability. The fight to uncover the full truth about the document destruction and its potential implications is far from over. It is a fight for transparency, accountability, and the soul of American foreign policy.